Hello everybody. Hi. it's your girl Nikki. I am also known as BluArtistry and CEO of BluArtistry Cosmetics. I wanted to come on here because I know a lot of people have been asking about the products and how to do this and how to do that and what to do with this product and what to do that. So what I decided to do was take each product that I have and just do a video to tell you about it, as well as a little tutorial so that you can get an idea of what it's like, because I know it's kind of hard to buy cosmetics online, especially if you're not in Nashville where you can come into my beauty studio and try the products. So excuse me. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about the products as well as do a tutorial. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to email me on the website, BluArtistryCosmetics.com. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on these products. These are my foundations that I'm so excited about, as well as a little bit of skincare as well, because when you apply foundation, you always want to make sure you take care of your skin, because if the better your skin looks, the better the foundation will look on your skin. Okay, and also the better the less hard the foundation has to work in order to perfect imperfections in the skin, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to put on first is our primer. I love this primer because I'm going to tell you, I work for I guess I shouldn't say the name. I work for a cosmetic company for probably, my goodness, probably more than 10 years. And what I love most about the cosmetic company was their primer. The primer, what I love about that cosmetic company's primer is how smooth it was on the skin. It basically created a barrier, like almost like another layer of skin to go on top of the skin, so that the foundation went on a lot smoother. So you were less likely to see like texture through the foundation. There were like little small bumps, because acne, you're just gonna simply see, you can't cover acne unless you put on like 12 pounds of makeup. So it just smoothed it out just a little bit more, so the skin just looked a lot smoother. Pores, it creates like a skin barrier over the pores, so your pores don't look as deep. The makeup doesn't set into the pores. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I love so much about their primer. So I wanted to make sure that I provided a primer that was just as good. So we have our Sensational Primer. This primer not only smooths out the skin, but it is oil controlling. It feels like a gel. You can wear this alone on the skin to help. I think I'm a little oily on my forehead. I'm gonna let you guys kind of see. So you can wear it alone on the skin to help control oil, or you can wear it underneath your foundation. So what I like to do is I like to create barriers. What I like to do is create barriers over the skin, because I'm an extremely oily person. So I like to create a lot of barriers over the skin, starting with the skincare, so that the oil in my skin has to break through many barriers before it gets to the surface. Do you see what I'm saying? So that way I stay matte longer throughout the day. So this is great for that. It took my shine away. Yep. So then what I like to do is do a little bit of oil controlling spray. You can spray this on after primer, as well as after foundation. So this is really good as well. It is fragrance free and it does not have parabens in it. It is paraben free, as well as the Sensational Primer. So those are really good. So I'm going to apply those really quick, and then I'm going to take you to our foundations. Okay, so this is my only brush that I have clean right now. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Sensational Primer. And you can put it on the brush, or you can put it on your skin and just brush it on in. I probably, even though I have a good amount on this brush, I don't even need that much. You'll probably need it probably half of that. But I wanted to kind of be a little bit dramatic and over the top so that you can really get an idea of what these products do. So if you were to put it on the skin, you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm just going to brush this, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and just brush this primer in. And this primer feels so good. It's very lightweight. I have to tell you a little bit about it since you can't feel it. But it is very, very lightweight. I really don't feel like I have anything on at all. Okay, so I just sit there and you can see how it took off of my shine. The under eye skin is pretty delicate, so a lot of times I like to just pat up underneath there. Okay. So yes. So then, and that's the Sensational Primer. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the oil controlling spray, because like what I told you before, I like to create barriers in the skin so that I'm not as oily at the end of the day, because my makeup usually holds after I do all of this. So that is skincare prep. Okay, so next I'm going to take you to the foundations. One thing I wanted to do was make sure I put in my line a foundation that is similar to a lot of the great foundations out there that I have used and purchased over the years and have used within my career. I wanted a foundation that was that any skin, whether you are oily, dry, you know, combination skin, or great skin, I wanted the foundation to be able to stretch over all skin types. I also wanted a foundation that if you are oily, that it is oil controlling, but if you are dry, that it doesn't dry you out, and that it's moisturizing. So these, and one thing I realized that I really love are stick foundations. There's nothing, and I'm not saying that, you know, it's better than a liquid or it's better than a powder. I'm just saying that it's one of my favorite loves, especially when I'm working in the industry and I have a certain amount of time to do a person's face. It's easier, you know, it's not wasteful. You know, when I put it on the skin, I go ahead and work it in. It's not like I take the liquid, put it on my hand, and then take the brush and then, you know, work it in. So I'm not losing a lot of product. So basically what I put on my skin is what is being used. So there isn't any product being wasted. So another thing about these foundations, I did say they were oil controlling. They are also fragrant free and paraben free. There's been studies that say that makeup that has parabens in it can cause cancer. These do not have any parabens in them. They also have vitamin C and vitamin E in it, so it conditions the skin and it protects the skin cells from like environmental damages. So love that about these foundations. I design my line around products that work best for me and my clients. So I love a stick foundation. Like I said, it's not wasteful. You can easily just put it on the skin in the places where you want the product to go, and then just take a brush and work it in. I also love cream foundations. I love liquids as well, but I love cream foundations because they stay in place until I blend them in, you know, and these are very blendable and they're buildable. So you can do anywhere from I would say probably medium coverage to a full coverage with this foundation. It's possible to do a light coverage, but just to be safe, I'm gonna say medium coverage. Another thing about foundations is I cannot stand a foundation that is too red. I'll go too yellow before I will go too red, but it also depends on a person's skin, because a red base foundation could work depending on your skin type, as well as if you have any certain issues with the coloring in your skin that a red foundation could assist with or camouflage, if that makes sense. But mostly me, I like to stay within the neutrals and within olive or yellow undertones. I do have some red undertone foundations, but they're more of a neutral. if that makes sense. And I'm going to kind of take you through them to get a better idea, as well as do a demo on my face to better help you see what I'm saying. So I don't have all of my foundations here with me. I kind of left them in my studio, my beauty studio, but I do have most of them. I'm missing two. So I'm going to tell you about, two of them that actually matches my skin tone. And one of them is Spice. As you can see, Spice, so you can get a better idea of the color. It kind of reminds you of a NC or even an NC47 by MAC, which means it is a cool yellow undertone. This one is actually, I think it's a little bit more neutral, but it's a cool undertone and an olivey undertone. Then you have Golden Beige, as you can see. And this one is more of like a NC46, NC45 foundation color in relation to MAC Cosmetics. This stick. Okay. All right. Then we have, I'm going to take you to the more darker skin tones. And the darkest we have is Cocoa. As you can see that one. And this is what I mean by not as red. See if I can show you here. See if you can see that. I don't know if I can. Sorry, this ring light. I don't know if you can kind of see that. So even though it is a dark skin color, it's not as red. It's more of a neutral, not too yellow, not too red, but still yet dark. Because a lot of times I notice when doing dark-skinned women's faces, and this is very similar to, I would probably say, a NW50, maybe NW47, NW47 by MAC Cosmetics. And one thing I have to say about it is when working with a lot of cosmetics and you go to colors that are this dark, they just seem way too red, like way too red. And so then I have to come back and counteract that red with, like, I don't know, something a little bit more peachy, because I can't go too yellow if they have a red undertone. That's probably a whole nother lesson, but but it's like a science to the coloring. So I said, why don't I just get a foundation that doesn't have all of that red in it, that is more neutral, so that it's more workable? You know what I mean? I don't have to do flips and stuff like that in order to get it to match our skin tones. For some odd reason, our skin tones that are more of that beautiful dark African shade, the foundations are too red. So I got something more neutral, and it's very beautiful. Okay, the next one is Dark Coffee. And Dark Coffee is about an NC45, NC43, I would probably say. And I'm going to put it beside Coca. So I don't, sorry, this ring light, y'all, it's a little hard to see. Hopefully you see it there, okay? So this one is Dark Coffee, and that one is Coca. So it's just a little shade lighter. And this one, I actually use this the most on my clients. And I will, I have some clients that are this beautiful shade of cocoa, excuse me. But a lot of times I use cocoa to contour with. I really do. And it's beautiful. And you can highlight and contour with these shades. And then Fawn. Fawn is about an NW40. Yeah, NW40, I would say, compared to MAC. So I'm gonna let you see that one. Can y'all see that okay? So it's about an NW40. These colors are also good when you go up underneath the brow and you highlight the brow. They're good for that too. So that is a beautiful color. And so I'm going to try to show you I'm gonna use Golden Beige, which is more my skin tone. And I'm gonna see if you see the difference. This one is going to be a lot more yellow based. Can you see that? See, it's a lot more yellow based compared to this color. Yep, so hopefully you can kind of tell the difference. So even though this is a more warmer undertone and this is more cool, it's still not as red. Yep. Awesome. And I did bring a little paper towel to wipe my hand off. Okay. Okay. After that one, we have Fawn. Oh, nope, I already showed you Fawn. My bad. That's like an NW40. And then we have Sandy Beige. And Sandy Beige is like, it's a neutral olivey. And it's really good for highlight. So I'm going to use that to show you highlighting. So I'm going to do the full face, guys. I'm going to do my foundation, highlight, contour, all of that. Okay, using my 6 so you can see how awesome they are. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I've set those other products to the side and I'm gonna go ahead and do a demo using my foundations. Let's start with Spice. Spice is the color of my outer color, is my, I guess the circumference of the face. That's my outside color. If you really look at your skin, you'll notice that your skin color, you're lighter on the inside of your face and a little deeper on the outside. Some people have like perfect, you know, flawless like this wall skin. I would love to do your face because your face is the easiest ever. But my skin has a few different shades, but the one thing about having many different shades in the face is actually giving you almost a blueprint of what foundations to choose, you know, in reference to, because a lot of people say, oh, well, what should I highlight with or what should I contour with? A lot of times you can look at your skin and your skin will tell you, you know. So I'm going to choose Spice, which is my, basically my foundation color. And like I said, it's like it's compared to a NC 47 and NC 50. Okay. And like I said, what I love most about, and I'm gonna pull a mirror out, guys, because I can't really see in this small mirror. So one thing, like I said, I love about it is that I don't waste product. I really don't. I take it about up to the cheek area and on around. And then just doing light strokes. You don't have to put it on your skin very heavily. So being the fact that, you know, you've already put on your primer, to put a cream on top of that smooth barrier of the primer, I mean, is basically just gliding, you know, over the skin. So it's not tough at all. Cool. So I put it on the outside of the face. I didn't really touch too much on the inside because I'm gonna put my highlight there. I'm gonna take it a little bit over the lip. And I'm gonna take it down the nose. Cool. So I'm gonna come in so you can see that. Yep. You're right there. Okay. And this is going to be our new packaging. Right now, the packaging is a little different, just a little different, but eventually they're going to look like this. And I'm sorry I don't have the other packaging look on me right now, but it's still cute, I promise. Okay, so I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to go up and down and smooth this color on in. And I love this foundation so much because it looks like skin, you know. That's for those that like that natural look. And like I said, if you're not scared of makeup and you like it heavy, you can go heavy with this foundation. So as you see, all I'm doing is just strokes. Not hard at all. Okay, go up here. I think I've already said this, but I'm gonna say it again. You know, you can use these colors also to highlight underneath the brow. Yeah, these are, I love, love, love foundation sticks. You can really sculpt the face. So this is what we have thus far. Y'all see me? Hopefully y'all can see my skin tone very well. Yes. All right, next I'm going to go to, that was Spice. So this one is Golden Beige. This is probably like an NC 45. I'm going to show you what this looks like, and then I'm going to take it up a notch to an even, you know, I like it a little bit dramatic. So I'm going to show you like a natural highlight, then I'm going to take you up to a more dramatic highlight, okay? So this one is Golden Beige, which is like an NC, like I said, 45. Okay, this is probably like a shade lighter than my foundation color. So anytime you're dealing with highlight, you want to go to the inner planes of the face. Okay, just like that. All right, so I'm just going to pat. And it also depends on the type of brush you have. With this brush, I love because it really does most of the work for you. It's so dense. And when applying, and that's something I need to tell you, when applying these foundations, because it is a cream, you need a brush that's more dense. Because any other brush that doesn't have enough thickness to it is going to be flimsy, and it won't be able to really work it in. Like a brush like this that's flimsy like this right here, you can't really work it in with a brush like this. You need something that's a lot more dense. Even one like this that's really nice and thick. Okay. So I'm gonna just pat this in. And I like to pat because patting doesn't necessarily move the foundation around. It keeps it right where it is, and it just pushes it into the skin, making it smoother and making it buildable. When you feel like you put on a little bit too much, that's when you do the brush strokes to thin it out. So patting makes it a little bit more heavier. Okay, then I'm gonna go up the nose. It's almost like a press push, press push, press push. I'm really just patting. And there you go. Isn't that pretty? Very natural, very pretty. Even flawless, right? Okay, so then next, guys, we're gonna take my highlight just a little bit lighter. I don't mind a little bit of dramatic. Okay, so I'm going up underneath the eye again. And I'm really just patting. Well, I'm going to kind of press just a little bit, but I am patting. It's almost like a press stroke. I guess I should say it that way. Almost like a press stroke. So now you can see that it's a little bit lighter, right? And this one is Sandy Beige. And like I said before, it is a, I believe it's neutral. Warm neutral, yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm going to press. And I'm pressing underneath the under eye very well, patting it in, building that coverage under there. And then I'm just lightly pressing outward. So that, because when you press, like it's almost like if you had like I guess, a blob of cream. Say you like took some, I don't know, say some peanut butter, right? And you squeeze some in your hand and you see like a mountain of peanut butter. As you press it down, it flows outward and it flattens. Do you see what I'm saying? So as I'm taking this cream and I'm pressing it in, flattening, but yet it's being pushed out just a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. So that's why when I press, I'm still pressing, I'm not wiping, but I'm just taking it outwards towards that cheek so that the highlight will blend into my natural foundation color. Hope that makes sense. And anytime you highlight, a lot of times it makes your eyeshadow darker because you're putting light around the darker like eyeliner or whatever the case may be. So it's making it stand out more. And then down the nose, all I'm doing is patting. Patting all around that mouth. I am letting it get a little bit over my lip. That's not a problem. Okay. And I'm going to brush just a tad bit up this way in the middle between the brows. And then I'm just going to kind of flick. I'm almost flicking to push it outward. And then I press. Because I want the light to stay right there in the middle of the forehead. And you don't have to work this product in too quickly, but if you do let it sit on the skin, it could kind of dry up a little bit. So you want to hurry up and it's still moisturizing, but when you first put it on, it's so creamy. And then you also have to think of the products, the skincare that I put underneath it that's very oil controlling and is mattifying. So it's so when I put the cream on such mattifying products, it could dry up a little bit with, you know, because it's trying to dry the any oil. Is trying to immediately, the skincare I put on is immediately snatching that oil. So you want to go ahead and put it on and not just let it sit like you would maybe a powder. Cool. Nice. All right, y'all, I'm starting to look like something. Okay, so now I'm going to actually contour with the dark coffee. Okay, and cocoa is the darkest, which, as I said, is about an NW, which is about an NW 50 to about an NW 47. This is about a 45. And I'm gonna put this on real lightly because these foundations are very pigmented. Okay, because like I said, it's a medium to full coverage. So I'm just going to take it on the side right here where my ear starts. I'm coming straight down, just like that. This side, coming down. I'm putting that shadow back in. And I would go pretty lightly when you're doing your contour, because you can always go back and add more product. You want to be safe and just do a little bit. But you see that? That's why I love sticks. Like right where you put it is exactly where it's going to stay. Love stick foundation. Okay. So I'm going to take this brush. I'm going to smile a little bit so I can see my, some people go, I like to go like this because I can see my cheek area and I can just kind of curve that foundation right around it. So I'm just going to, I'm just kind of a light flick, press flick, and I'm just kind of brushing it upward. See that? I'm taking the foundation backwards into the hair. So when I do that, it pushes your highlight up. So I'm now making shadows into the skin, which is what a contour is. Some people like to go really dramatic. It kind of depends for me. I'm trying to go just enough to kind of show you this product. But I can go dramatic now. Okay, and then I'm gonna go down the nose. See how, I mean, that was like so easy. I'm not pressing hard whatsoever. I'm not pressing hard like whatsoever. And then whatever's left on my brush, I usually just kind of go around the circumference of the face. Just all around, making sure it's good. And there you go. This foundation is so beautiful. I love, love, love this foundation. Yep. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? So next I'm gonna take you to our new highlight palette. I am incredibly in love with our highlight palette. So I'm gonna take you there, tell you a little bit about it, and show you how to go from here. You honestly, this is enough here. You can put on a translucent powder and be out the door if you want to, or you can, you know, put your powder on top, or you can just go just like this, because some people just like that natural skin look, you know, so because it does give you a natural finish, this foundation. So you can, sky's the limit of what you can do at from this point on, but I just wanted to show you our foundations. All right, so we are back to show you the highlight contour palette, and I love my new highlight contour palette. I was so excited to put this into our cosmetic line. It ranges anywhere from yellow to peach to red undertones, but it's not too red. It's not too red, because in our foundation video, as I told you, I cannot stand a foundation being too red. It needs to be like a warm neutral. It should not be like red. So I'm going to show you this palette. It is a compact palette. It can easily fit into your suitcase or backpack or pocketbook. And it also has, as you can see, a mirror so that you can, you know, touch yourself up all in one. They are talc free as well as paraben free. And so talc, a lot of times when you take a photo and you use flash, you know, you see that like white highlight there, that usually comes from the powder having talc in it, and this is talc free, so you should not get that type of look when taking a picture using our products. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick demonstration to show you how to use these products. I'm going to, you honestly can mix, you know, especially if you're not sure if you're yellow undertone or like a red undertone, you can mix. A lot of times if you have blonde hair, you might want to go more yellow, because it's going to pull the yellow out of the skin anyway. If you are too yellow, then you might want to do the peach or the redder undertone to help camouflage the yellow. Another thing is that with the more contour shades, you can go as deep in a contour as you desire. So that's one thing I love about this, anywhere from a lighter skin tone to a medium skin tone to a deeper skin tone. So this palette can do basically anything, okay? So I'm going to do a quick demonstration to show you how to use our highlight contour palette. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to go on the website and email us, okay? Here we go. All right, so first thing, I grab a brush that is very fluffy. You can also use a brush that is a little bit more dense. That's okay, especially for the highlight. The denser it is, the more buildable you can do with these colors. And these colors are very pigmented, like very pigmented. So if I was you, I would go a little easy at first. Unless you're not afraid of makeup, go for it, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna stay mostly in the yellow and peach. But as you see, the lighter the highlight is, the more dramatic it's going to look. So I'm gonna start right here in the middle. And as you see, I just slightly tap, but look at the pigment. I'm telling you, like, it's insane. It's insane. So I just tapped off just a little bit so I can gradually get you there, okay? So I'm just going to show you right underneath the eye. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And all I'm doing is just a light pat. I'm not having to work the product in really. It's just a light pat. Isn't that pretty? Compared to the other side. You kind of have like that more natural finish here, but here you have more of a matte finish. Because these products, it is a matte finish, these powders, okay? But it's still good whether you're oily or whether you're whether you're oily, combination, dry, or pretty good skin, this powder is perfect. And I actually designed my kit that way because when I travel with makeup, I don't want to have to take a whole bunch of stuff. I like a product that can do multiple things, you know, work on multiple skin tones, so I don't have to take like a million foundations and a million different powders. Like, nah, that's a little bit too much. It also depends on the job, but that's so not necessary, you know, especially if you're going as a makeup artist. If there's any makeup artist that's watching this video, especially if you know you're going to a job and you have no idea what you're coming to, you know what I mean? It's like you have to take all these products. You got to take all the foundations for the oily skin, all the foundations for the dry skin, you know, you have to take all the skincare. You got, like, it's so much stuff. So sometimes it's just easier to just get one product that does it all. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm using the middle one, which is the more yellow undertone. I'm gonna come down the nose here, over the lip, and I'm gonna get my mirror out so I can see. Like I said, I'm going pretty light, people. And I'm gonna go a little bit lighter just to show you dramatic, but for the most part, I want you to just kind of see what this powder does. It's so beautiful. I want most of that product here, and then I just kind of push it up and out. Okay? And then I'm gonna do the other side. This product is so beautiful. Now this is a highlight powder. You can just go from here and be good, but a lot of times I like to use this as an in-between step, and I like to put my foundation powder on top of that for that nice clean blend. Because this right here you can use in place of like banana powder. Okay, you can, and you don't have to do like some people do a banana powder where, you know, they'll you can do that with this powder, but I don't really think it's that necessary, but you can do it where you can get a whole bunch, you know, on your brush and just let it sit on the skin, let a lot of powder sit on the skin and just let it kind of bake, you know, let it kind of marinate and then just brush it off. You can do that, but I don't like to waste product. So this powder is perfect to just put on exactly what you need. And then also I don't have time to sit there and wait for it to bake. I don't have time for that, y'all. My time is precious, y'all. I'm pretty sure yours is as well. Okay, so that's that color. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this middle color here because I'm going to do like a natural contour. I can go heavier and do a more stronger contour, but I'm just going to kind of show you what these different colors do, okay? So I'm gonna go right here in the middle. And this color, it is more of a yellow undertone. And if you have any trouble trying to figure out, okay, am I yellow? Am I like, what is my undertone? A lot of times you can just kind of look in the mirror and see the yellowness, you know, in the skin. But if you can't really tell, you can look at your veins. If your veins are green, then you have a more yellow undertone. If your veins are red, then you have a more blue if your veins are blue, then you have a more red undertone. Okay, so hopefully that should help you. All right, so I'm gonna go right here in the middle color. I'm gonna smile like I did when I was doing my foundations and I'm trying to do the contour. From the ear down is where you wanna place the product. Since it's a powder, what I like to do is circular motions. When I do circular motions, what I'm doing is I'm pushing the powder up and down. Y'all see that? See that compared to the other side? I'm going to take it just back here towards the hairline. I'm just slightly brushing it inward. Okay? And then right in here. Circular motions, pushing it up and down. You see that? Very beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm also going to take it down the nose. And just whatever's left, I'll take it on the bottom of the skin. Y'all see? So it's a nice, more clean matte finish. Now let's say you want to take it just a little bit deeper. You like, Nikki, look, I'm not scared of makeup. Okay, well let's go deeper. We're gonna go to this beautiful contour color. And like I said, y'all, go really, really lightly because it is highly pigmented. And I'm just going to take it here. Y'all see that? Highly pigmented. And I didn't even put a lot on. I'm actually a little nervous too, y'all. So I'm just gonna keep it like right there. I'm gonna go over to the other side. See that? Circular motions. That's for those that aren't afraid. Go as deep as you want to. See that? Yep, and it makes the highlight come out even more. There you go. And then I'm also going to go down the side of the nose with it. Nice. This palette is the in-between color. It is the in-between step between your foundation and your powder. You can stop right here, but I would prefer to take your foundation powder color, which is your overall color of your skin tone, and just brush all over the skin, and you'll get a nice complete finish. In my cosmetic company, we've only been in business for a year, so we don't yet quite have a powder. I've been looking, guys. I've been searching. I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm just not going to put a powder in my line just to say I have a powder. I want the right powder because, like I said, I use my cosmetic line with my clients. I just don't just sell you anything. Like, no, I'm actually giving you something that I use as well. So I'm still working on the powder, but at this moment, I'm just going to show you. I'm gonna get my foundation powder. So I have my foundation powder. As you see, I use it a lot because it's almost gone. But I just want you to see the full finish of this powder. So I'm just going to take a powder that just kind of brushes on. I said brush, that dust. I want to dust this powder on top of what I've done, okay? So I'm just going to take it and dust. See that? Beautiful. See, that highlight palette is just the middle step. So now I'm bringing everything together. Beautiful. And there we go. See? Love it. I love it, that nice, clean powder finish. And it still doesn't even look heavy, right? It looks natural. I don't even think I took us to the next highlight level. Did I? Wait a minute. Okay. Let's, since we have a beautiful finish, I'm going to, you can always touch up with this palette too. So I'm gonna do, this is the touch up stage. So I'm going to take the lighter color here, that's lighter than all three. And I believe this one is our more peach undertone. I'm gonna tap right up on, you can already see the highlight come out even more. Just right here. Isn't that pretty? We'll do it on the other side as well. Beautiful. When you do that, y'all, it makes that smoky eye look smokier. I'm gonna even put some up there on that unbrow. Look at that. Who says you can't touch up with the highlight palette contour? Hold on. The highlight contour palette on the under eye, right? So I've patted it on, and then I'm just gonna kind of dust it just a little bit off. Yes. Beautiful. And I'm only putting a little bit on. Like, y'all see this compared to nothing, to some, like I'm literally just touching just a little bit and backing off because this powder is so pigmented. It's better to start with a little bit and keep adding than to go full on and try to have to correct it. Yep. And then, like I said, take that foundation color and just dust over it to make it smooth. Beautiful. Isn't that pretty? And there you go. Now that's that dramatic highlight contour. Okay, so next what I'm going to take you to is our new, oh, and I'm sorry, this is called the Blue Highlight Contour Palette. And it is now available on our website, BluArtistryCosmetics.com. So the next thing I'm going to take you to is our Indian Sunset Blush Powder. I named it after one of the most beautiful sunsets in the world. Okay, so next we have our Indian Sunset Blush Palette. When I saw this blush palette, I had to put it in our cosmetic line. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. It is compact. It is small enough for you to just stick in your makeup case to travel. Excuse y'all, excuse me. I keep it in my makeup kit, so it has a little bit of, it's a little dirty. It has a little makeup on it, but but it is just small enough and compact. As you can see, it's like the size of my hand. But it's small enough to just stick in your kits. It's small enough to stick in your luggage. It does come with a mirror so you can touch up, you know, throughout the day. It's very highly pigmented, so you really don't even have to worry about touching up. But if you desire, if you're, you know, a blush girl, then it's perfect just for you. I named it Indian Sunset after one of the most beautiful sunsets in the world. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. It is not a cream. It is a powder blush palette. I'm going to see if you can kind of see. I'm going to try to turn it. This ring light is kind of, I don't know, kind of distorting the colors, but hopefully you can see how beautiful this palette really is. This palette is great for the spring and summer. This palette is beautiful for the spring and summer. It's absolutely gorgeous. You have your peach, you have this beautiful maroon type color, almost like a raisin, I guess you would say, type color. And then you have this just fire pink. And the pink and the peachy color kind of has somewhat of a shimmer to it. So it's like extremely beautiful. We also have a beautiful light pinky peach, almost like a coral. I'm gonna try to turn it this way so you can see it. It's almost like a coral color. All of the, and this one is matte, and the raisin-like color is matte. And then we have a rose gold shimmer, and we have a pinky gold type of shimmer blush here, and you can use those as highlights, or you can use them as blushes. You can do as many creations as you want to. You can put on one blush, you can put on two blushes, you can put on three blushes. You can just create. You can even use these as eyeshadows. You know, you have some people like to do eyeshadow and then they do the lightness right in the middle of the eye. You can do that with these. They're very highly pigmented. They show up beautifully on pictures. Like, you cannot go wrong with this palette. So next, what I'm going to do is show you a demonstration of using these powders. Okay, these blushes. All right, here we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and create. So I'm going to get my little blush brush. It's a little dirty, but we're gonna still work with it. I did clean this, y'all. I promise you I did. Okay, it's just a little stained. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do first, when doing many different colors at one time, you always want to start with the lighter colors and then go to the deeper colors, okay? So what I'm going to do with this palette, I'm going to do this beautiful peach color, and I'm going to mix it with this beautiful raisin color. Okay, and then I'm going to do one of these kind of in the corners of the eye, okay, and let you see how beautiful that turns out. You ready? Let's go. These blushes are highly pigmented, so you don't need a lot at all. Look at that. You don't, I'm really lightly touching this because I could really go in, but I really don't want to do that because I'm going to have a cheek full. Okay, so here we go. Little touch here. I like to tap off. And I'm just going to put it on the base of the cheek with a little flick up. And y'all see how beautiful that color is? It's very beautiful. I'm gonna go a little dramatic just so you can really see the color. But I like to pat it on and then just kind of brush it up and down to get it to spread out. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. It really warms up the face. Do the same on this side. Starting at the base of the cheek where the contour is, patting with like a little flick up. Beautiful. Little twirl so it'll blend up and down. Beautiful. It adds a beautiful warmth to the skin. So then I'm just going to do a little brush off with my paper towel. And I'm going to go on back in. I'm going to take that beautiful raisin color back here in the back. So I'm using this beautiful raisin color in the back, and you can see the payoff. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so I'm going to go, got some on my face. I'm going to go a little bit below that peachy color. Beautiful. It's no joke. I'm telling you, this blush is no joke. And I'm just lightly patting because I told you it's so pigmented. Just like that. Look at there. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit off of this brush, and then I'm just going to lightly blend. Anytime you put way too much blush on, you can always take your foundation powder and just dust a little bit on top, and it'll just blend everything in. And if I need to show you that, I can. Very, very easy fix. So I'm just going to just kind of dust. And as you see, like, it's bringing that beautiful warmth around my highlight. It's so pretty. Beautiful. Y'all see it? Very beautiful. And then whatever's left, I just take the warmth and just take it around like the circumference of the face. Just like a little dust. You don't have to really put anything on there. Yep. Beautiful. So then I'm going to probably do the rose gold color because I just think it's so beautiful. I'm going to do the rose gold color. And I'm just using like this little small, it's actually a lip brush, but it's a little thicker than a lip brush. So I'm going to use that to apply this. Just going to do a quick tap off. And I'm just going to stick it right here on the inside of the eye. So I'm just gonna stick it right here on the inside of the eye. It just lightens up that area just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on this side as well. Just like that. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. You can even, if you wanted to, let me see if I have another brush. You can take this beautiful color right down the middle of the nose. Just give yourself a little highlight. I'm trying not to do too much because you have to remember it still has color to it. I'm gonna put a little bit on the top between my blush and highlight down the nose. Beautiful. What you think? It's beautiful. I absolutely love this palette. Like, I love it. Anytime, and I was going to show you this, anytime you feel like you've done a little bit too much blush, you can always just take your foundation powder and just go over it just a little bit, and it just blends it out really pretty, and it'll just calm it down if you feel that necessary. If you're a blush girl and you don't care, I say, hey, go for it. Okay, go for it. I'm not mad at you. So that's just a little demonstration of our Indian Sunset Blush Powder. This, like I said, guys, it is such a beautiful palette. It's beautiful, compact. I believe it's talc free and paraben free. Okay, just to let you see how beautiful that palette is. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's good for any skin type. It is a powder. It's not. It does give you a matte finish, but it's not heavy. And then also with the highlighting colors, it gives you that beautiful highlight and shine. Okay. Okay, this is going to be fun because now I want to show you guys our liquid lipstick collection. This liquid lipstick collection has been with us since the beginning, from when we launched. It was actually the first thing that we launched. So really excited. We've sold out of a lot. We've gotten a lot back in. And we're going to get some new shades in, but I want to get you guys familiar with how incredible these liquid lipsticks are. As well as we also have our lip balms, and they are lightly colored. They're really like, they're very similar to a gloss, but they're in lipstick form. They're very moisturizing, and they're really good for dry lips, like really good for dry lips. Some of our liquid lipsticks are matte and some are glossy, so it kind of all depends. So before you purchase, you want to make sure that you read the description very well so you know whether you're getting a liquid lipstick that is either matte or that has a gloss. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, and then I'll do a quick lip demo on not only the liquid lipsticks but also our lip balms. Okay. Okay, so our liquid lipsticks, we have 10 shades of our liquid lipsticks. One of them we actually sold out of. I'm going to try to get it back in if I can, the Kitten Pink. That was, it wasn't our #1 seller, but I just haven't gotten any new ones back in quite yet. So I'll work on that one. What our #1 seller was our Crazy in Love. People love this purple. And also they love the fact that it was matte. The great thing about our liquid lipsticks that are matte is that they last long. However, they don't dry out your lips where you feel like, and they not only will they last all day, but it will be moisturizing all day, which is insane. You don't find that a lot in matte liquid lipsticks. Our second big hit seller is the Carpe Venom, that beautiful dark maroon. This one is really it's really beautiful on the lip. The darker the lip liner, the darker this becomes. Okay, it's almost like a wine type color,
And it goes on kind of, I want to say like medium deep, you know, but the darker the lip liner, the deeper this will look. And the best way to do this is to really coat the lip with the lip liner and then place this on top. And you'll get that even deeper pool from that color. Another great seller is our Heartbreaker. And these are, I'm not going to do a demo with these because these are actually ones that I'm selling. And I actually think this might be the last one. So I got to check on this and get this back in stock as well. I might have one more, but I think this actually might be the last Heartbreaker. People love a nice new lip. They either want a dramatic lip or a nude lip. So, and another one is No Filter. That's electric pink. No Filter. They're kind of similar in color, but this one is actually a matte. The electric pink is not a matte, if I'm correct, right? This is going to be more of a glossy. Yeah, it depends on how dry your lips are because it's going to pull the moisture from your lip. Okay, so yep, so the No Filter, this is a matte and women love this color. Love it. Like and it keeps, okay, when you put this color on, because it's a matte with the electric pink, am I saying that right? Yes. With the electric pink, it's gonna hold onto the color. With this one being that it's a matte and it's going to dry down to the lip, still staying moisturized. I believe it has vitamin E in it. Being that it's going to dry matte, you're going to lose a little bit of the color. So it might go on electric, but then the color will just kind of dim just a tiny bit on this one. So that one's really good. And any lip liner that you choose to use will manipulate the color a little bit, whether it'll make it lighter, whether it'll make it, you know, darker, or keep the color the same. Okay, so I always recommend using a lip pencil. You don't necessarily have to, but I just recommend it. So what we're gonna do, I'm actually going to, this is my sample liquid lipstick. It's one of my favorites called Raisin. And I'm going to do, I have an old label on it. But this is one I actually use in my kit, but I'm going to do a quick demo on Raisin, okay? And we'll see how you like it. Okay, so what I'm going to use is one of our lip pencils from our line called Blackberry. Now, I know this lip pencil looks very small. It is actually this length, but as you can tell, I've been using the mess out of it. But I didn't want to open up a new one, so I said I'll just go ahead and use this one. So this one is called Blackberry. It is a wine color. Very, very pretty. It's going to be a little bit more wine than it will be red, but I just want to show you how you can kind of manipulate the colors using a different color lip liner. Our Blackberry lip liner, it is a gel lip liner. It is waterproof, so it will literally last all day. It is matte. And it does dry down to the lip, but it is still moisturizing. You don't have to worry about it stripping any moisture from your lip, but it will hold very, very, very well, okay? So I'm gonna use that one, and I want you to check out that line. I'll try to do a video on our gel lip liners because they're really great. And we have many lip liners, we have eyeliners, so make sure you go and check them out. But I will try to do a video to show you everything, okay? So yes, so I went ahead and sharpened it. I got my little mirror here. So I'm going to show you a quick demo on doing, on using our liquid lipsticks and pencils. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to point the pencil directly at the lip because right now I'm drawing a line. Anytime you want to draw a line, you want to point the pencil right at the lip. Anytime you want to shade, you want to turn it to the side and shade this way, okay? So I'm pointing and I like a nice full lip, so I'm going to go to the outer corner of the lip. And if you can even tell by my lips are not moisturized at all. I didn't put any lip balm or anything on it. I'm just going to go straight to the lips. So you can kind of see that even though I'm putting this lip liner on dry lips, it still does not dry me out. And I love some full lips, so I go out to the max of the line of my lip. I also fill in my Cupid's bow, so that way my lip looks a lot more fuller. So now I'm gonna kind of turn it to the side and just shade a little bit in. Okay, so now you can see the actual color of the lip liner. I love this lip liner, as you can tell. As you can tell. I had a friend almost throw this away after using it. And it kind of just went down. You know, after using it so many times, she didn't know that you can sharpen it, but she still held on to it. I said, girl, if you don't sharpen that lip pencil, it doesn't look like it can sharpen. Just off this feeling of it, it feels plastic, but you can sharpen the pencil, okay? It doesn't twist. You have to sharpen it. All right, Razdance. Here we go. And always, being that this is a gel lip liner, you always want to make sure that you keep the top on it, because it will dry out and you cannot use it once it dries out. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to put it on my hand because, like I said before, I do keep this in my kit. I'm going to take this old handy dandy lip pencil. And I'm going to apply. How I usually apply is I start in the inside of the lip and I push the product to the outside, okay? So you can see the difference in color. And I push it to the outside. Another thing I like to do is press the lip, which evenly coats the top lip as well. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit on the top lip as well. And like I said, I like to put I want most of that color on the inside of the lip. As you press, it pushes the product outward. And there you have it. Isn't that so pretty? And this is Razdance. It's really beautiful on any skin tone. Like, whether you're lighter, whether you're darker, it's just simply a beautiful, beautiful color. And that would be this one. All right. Beautiful. And as you see, it is not a matte. It is not a matte, but you can add a powder to it, like a translucent powder to matte it out if you want to. They have even matte gels if you want to even do that, so that you can even use an eyeshadow that you can match it to. You can do that and matte it out if you prefer. But you know, in the dry seasons like winter or something like that, you might want to just keep it shiny. That's up to you, okay? But yeah, that's just a quick lip demo, as you can see. I absolutely love it. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is give you a lip demo of one of our lip balms, okay? I'm going to take you to our lip balms, our colored lip balms. And these are actually old packaging that you see on it. This is what they look like now. And they actually say BluArtistry Cosmetics on them. It's so, so cute. Okay? And this one is called Melon Crush. That would be this one here. It's called Melon Crush. Very, very cute. Okay. So I'm going to do a quick demo on these. And like I said before, on the lip balms, the colored lip balms, they are very thin. They're almost like a lip gloss just coming in a lipstick form. They're very, very moisturizing. They have vitamin E in them. They also have, I think it's called jojoba oil in them. And they moisturize the lip like no other. So if you're known to have like cracked lips, especially in the winter time, sometimes even in the summertime, because our lips do not produce oil. So you have to keep them oiled up. So if you don't and you have lips that crack really, really bad, this is the perfect product for you, okay? So I am gonna do a quick lip demo to show you a little something. What I think I'm gonna do is this color here, which is called Dragon Fruit, and I'm gonna use our gel lip liner Cupcake, okay? So this is gonna be a really cute pink lip, really, really cute pink lip, okay? And you're gonna see how it is well pigmented, but then again, it goes on very thin, but you can keep building on these lip colors. So they're very, very cool. Okay, I myself, you know, for those that when they want a pink lip, they want an all pink lip, even with the lip liner. I myself, I love an ombre lip. I like my lip to be a little bit darker. So I'm gonna show you both, okay? I'm gonna first show you just a full pink lip. Then I'm gonna kind of make it a little deeper on the edges and give you somewhat of an ombre, okay? So here we go. And this lip liner is called Cupcake. Okay, can y'all see it okay? And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of shading. Just a little bit, okay? And I'm going to make sure I keep the top on these gel lip liners. So now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off. And these, oh my gosh, the shine on these are really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go on the inside of the lip. And they smell so good. They smell so fruity. And there you go. And it really pulled a lot of the color out of the lip liner. So if you wanted a lot more thinner, you actually could use like a brown lip liner if you want to, or you can use no lip liner and just only do the lip balm. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Oh, don't know where to put it. That color is Dragon Fruit. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back with my Blackberry, because y'all, I love an ombre lip. And I'm just gonna put it on the outskirts. You can already see it's starting to ombre a little bit, get a little deeper on the edges. See that? I'm just gonna do a press. I don't even need to add any more of the lip balm of the Dragon Fruit. Just gonna press and there you go. And you can make that outline for the ombre as deep as you wanna go. I didn't go too deep. But then you also have to remember, you know, doing a gel lip liner over something almost like a gloss, you're gonna have to go over a few times to really bring that color out, because it's just sliding on something that's wet. So you gotta really kind of dig in a little bit to get that color to pay off onto the lip. Or should I say, to transfer onto the lip. And I'm gonna make sure I put my top back on so that it doesn't dry out. Okay, so what do y'all think? Very, very cute lips. And like I said, this is so moisturizing. It smells really, really good. And you can tell, like, once this smell leaves, it's like, it's a very fruity smell. So when it starts smelling like crayons, you know that it's too old and it needs to be thrown out. And that's any cosmetic line that has that nice fresh or fruit smell on a lip product, okay? So yes, if you guys have any questions, you're welcome to talk to me at BluArtistry Cosmetics on Instagram, or you can go to my website, BluArtistryCosmetics.com, and send me a little message, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be back with more products later on. Thank you for watching.